Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. This was a pretty exciting day for a Friday in the middle of the summer, but we had some breaking news that gave us some action this morning. We had some breaking news that gave us some good action going into the close. So it was a real fun day. And I'm going to recap my trades for you here in just a minute, but I wanted to let you know we're starting a new day trading the average Joe weight class in July. We're finishing up the first session, the one that we started back in March, and we'll be ready to start up a new session. So if you want to get in on that, just go to averagejoetrader.com on the services and you can sign up for it. Also, this coming week, this Thursday, we will be starting our swing trading the average Joe weight class. And that one will be actually will be running on Sunday mornings, but the first one will start this Thursday. So if you have any questions about it, email me at ed@averagejoetrader.com and I'll be glad to answer any questions. But if you want to sign up, just shoot over to my website under services, and right where the day trading class is, you can sign up for the swing trading class. And we do offer a bundle as well. So if you want to sign up for both, you can do that too. All right, so now let's get into what you really came to see this video for. All right, so let's look at some trades I took today. The first one was on KR. Now this was the one that I got a little move on yesterday, but ended up missing the big move. And this really wasn't on my radar this morning, but in the process of me doing my watch list, my normal routine for my watch list, this breaking news came out about Amazon buying out Whole Foods. And so obviously all of the grocery store chains are going to start tanking. The market is going to react to this. And this is not a minor event. This is a huge event. And it was going to trigger, a lot of stocks from Walmart to Kroger to other retails that are going to be affected by it. So, KR was still, that chart was still up on my platform from yesterday. So I happened to see it early. And what I saw, let's back it up. We had this huge gap down. Now, obviously I wasn't trading this at all. I wasn't even looking to trade this. So I was going to wait for it to settle. And here we bounced a little bit, and we were rejecting here at 22. So when I saw that, that's when I got in, because I was looking for this thing to sell off into the open. Because here was everybody that got short through this started covering. Once that cover was over, I figured we were going to sell off again. And sure enough, I got in right before the open here, and we started selling off into the open. We didn't get the hard sell-off that I wanted, but it was a pretty significant move. And I got short here. I took some off here, some off here. Still trading with small share size. So 300 shares, 100 shares here, 100 off here. And then 100 got taken here on my profit stop. So I waited for it to reject again, got short, and accidentally covered everything right here. I wanted to cover some right here at 2087, but I accidentally covered all of it. And so instead of waiting and assessing the situation, which is what you want to do, I got excited. I jumped back in without looking, and then I went ahead and stopped out because I was just out of sorts and out of sequence here. So, very nice moves to the open. Wasn't as strong as I wanted to, but, both of these moves together was about 270. So, not bad. And later on, I tried to catch the rejection here from the 20. The 20 was coming in hard. And I had no idea we were going to flatten out like this and start to push. And, this was a stop out. This was a classic, setup. It was solid. We closed below the moving averages in the VWAP here. We tested the 20. We failed it. So I got short here. And then we just started this grind up. We ended up popping the 20. And, that took me out of the trade. But still, it was a solid morning. Pretty exciting because, the breaking news. And it gave us a real solid trade coming out of the gate. So later on in the day, once we established above this level, 2136 and above the moving averages, I looked to trade this to the long side and got in here right above the 9. I mean, I could have gotten in here, but me, I like to wait until we get over everything. I like clear blue sky ahead of me. So waited for we cleared the 9, got a little pullback because, of course, every time you get in a trade, it's not going to go your way out of the gate. So we got a little pullback, and then we made the run up. I took some off here at 75 in that area, and then I took some off here just above 21, 2190s because I wanted it to get through 20, through 21 up to 22, but I just kind of clicked it there. We never did get to 22. And then here's the last piece I took off once we lost the 9. That was the last piece of that. Then we jumped in again on this bounce, this hold of the 20 we got in. Took it up here, up to this level, and messed around and had to, we started falling back, so I had to cover it. So I was done with this. But see, it did buy, we had a level here at 2151 right here. And it bounced off of that. And this is where I felt we were going to stop today. And then start pushing back up. This was a solid pivot because it kind of held back here. So I felt that was going to be solid. When we pull back to it, it was going to give us a chance to, give a good bounce. And sure enough, that's what it did. It gave us a pretty good bounce off of that level. But did not take it. But that was a solid trade. The other one I want to share with you was CTL. This was another one. This was a news play similar to HOG yesterday. And what I did with this, just like all the news plays that we have, what I shared with you yesterday, obviously I'm going to get the news a little bit later. I don't have a paid news service, but it did come through on Benzinga that I get through Thinkorswim. And yeah, we get it a couple minutes late. There's nothing wrong with that because I'm not going to trade the initial move. I'm going to wait for it to make that big sell-off or big push-up, depending on which way I'm going. And then I'm going to wait for the candle to recover half, at least 50% of the move. And that's what I did. It recovered at least 50% of the move. and that was my signal to get in. I got in. I was close enough to support. Resistance right here, so I could base my trade off of it. If I took this resistance out, which is a VWAP, then my trade plan is dead. As long as we held below this, it could do this, and it, wouldn't bother me. So it sold off. Got some here around, in the 70s. My next target was going to be 24.97, but we sold off and kind of got bought up real quick. And obviously, my nerves got the best of me here, and I just covered some. And then the next, this candle printed. I was waiting for it to get through here because there was another level just below this. So I was looking for it to hit that, but we couldn't get through 25. We got a little bounce here, and then this hit my profit stop. I wasn't going to hold it all the way back to break even. It just hit my profit stop. And again, this kind of bounced off of this 25 level, and we had a nice push up. I just didn't take it to the long side. But pretty pleased with this. This was a solid trade. That's the only way that I would really play a news trade. A breaking news. I would let the initial big washout happen. I would look for a pullback, to at least 50% of the initial wash, and then go. Because a lot of times when you get a big wash like this, you're going to get some inexperienced traders covering. And that's what we want to look for. We want to try to figure out, well, what's the inexperienced traders going to do? What are they going to do? Because you want to be opposite them, whatever they do. So that anybody that got short here or chased this down, eventually they're going to start covering when it hits a certain level. So, that's kind of what I was looking for here. So all in all, a good day. Pretty exciting Friday. A great way to end the week. Going into the weekend on a high note. I'm still not gonna have a good total for the week. But today really helped, me make my earnings acceptable for the week. I haven't really had a red week in a very, very, very long time. I've had some small weeks where I've made less than $100 or $100, but it's been green. So again, this week, it started out a little shaky. I didn't think I would, I felt that I could end the week, red. I could break that little streak I had going, which doesn't really matter to me, but it creeps in your mind. It's something that you think about. And so without forcing the day, letting things come to me, we had a pretty good day. And I did take a little hit on, and I can't remember the name of the stock. FL, I believe. I did take a little hit on that, and that was something that I showed you time and time and time again. I didn't wait for confirmation on the trend continuation and ended up getting stopped out. I don't know, was it FL or FB? I don't know if it was Facebook or no, I can't. It's hard for me to remember now what it was, but it was a good day. So everybody have a great evening, a great weekend. I will be doing a weekly recap tomorrow or Sunday. One of those 2 days I will get it out so you can see my pathetic week and where we are for the month, and talk a little bit about what I'm going to be looking forward to for the rest of the week. So you guys take care, and I will see you Monday morning.